Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and once again, I'm bringing it back, another revolutionary resource in the Kingdom Builder community. Specifically, I am in the planning stages, and I'm going to be giving you all a sneak peek, also taking your feedback for things you'd like to see in this, and I have no doubt in my mind that this has never been done before, and if it has, I'd love to see it, but I don't think it has. But I know for a fact that it is going to help out up to every single player, group, alliance, multiple alliance that is looking to move, to migrate, needing to know where can I go? Asking that age-old question of, hey, where's the best place that I can move to? Where can I migrate to get out of a bad situation? Where can I go to get into a good situation? Regardless if you're a player, a group, alliance, or multiple alliances, as we said. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you some examples of like two discords really that have a lot of recruitment that is happening, but there's not really a centralized place to go that is objective that can really showcase this and help you navigate your migration journey for whatever reason that may be. And what can I say? I'm awesome like a possum. So as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you because it helps us out a lot. So let's start first and foremost with looking at some discords on specifically the recruitment sections. So in Call of Dragons, which is somewhat similar to Rock, and we're going to compare that to, is if you go on here, there's a lot going on. Let's just be honest about it, right? There is a lot. Now, obviously, you can sort and do some filtering if you want to kind of go date posted, you want to have it in a gallery format. I can go over here to all, and I can select some options for tags. Now, again, there should be some more tags here. There should be like a jumper tag or a tag that's titled project, right? There should be something like that. And I'm sure they're going to add more tags in here as well. But for the most part, we're really probably just seeing a lot of jumper projects or new kingdom start projects. And then I'm sure there's some kingdoms out there or alliances that are probably already recruiting in lieu of home kingdoms coming. However, if we go to Rise of Kingdoms and we look at their recruitment channel, notice there's a lot more tags here. On top of that, you have a restart tag, which again, you really only need one tag, whether you want to title it restart, you want to title it project, you want to title it new kingdom group, whatever it may be. I think restart or project is appropriate. And I can filter this. So if I'm looking for specific seed kingdoms, right? Which the simple way to explain that is just really for the most part based on how strong your kingdom is. I'm sure there's other factors, but just to kind of keep it simple in layman terms for people, right? If you got a really strong kingdom, it's A. Just think of like T1, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, or A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade, right? Easy way to understand that. If I just want to try to recruit and go to Imperium kingdoms, if we're looking for a particular season that we want to migrate to, I can click on that. So if I go to like a seeding kingdom, right, I'll see a lot of these that are coming up, which hopefully should just be seeding kingdoms. Or if I go to like Season of Conquest, right, I can see Season of Conquest, and these are just kingdoms that are recruiting for Season of Conquest, right? If I want to go to an A seed kingdom as an example, right, or let's keep it a little bit more relative. Let's go C seed. So say I want to go to a C seed kingdom in Rock, right? You have multiple options to filter. And again, I'm sure these will be coming out in CoD as well. My point is, there is no universal centralized place to go to where you can get information on every kingdom, statistics on every kingdom, data on every kingdom, recruiting practices, etc. Right? How about like a recruiter's name in-game or on Discord as an example. So I thought to myself, and this is something, to be fair, I've been thinking about for a pretty long time, even when I was playing Rise of Kingdoms years ago, is that wouldn't it be nice if there was something like this, if there was a centralized place to go to where I can get all this information, whether that's looking at how other kingdoms are recruiting, or I should say, or if I'm someone who's looking to migrate somewhere and I just want to have all the information available and be able to filter all that information available. So we have what I will be showing you now is the workings of a project, a large project that I am going to be doing for the community. And I'm aptly titling it for now, ultimate migration plus recruitment in CoD. And this is going to be a public spreadsheet that I am going to make available to everyone. You'll probably see me updating this thing in real time as well. I'm not going to have like a master versus whatever. It's just going to be a public sheet. So I'll probably just do something like this. Right, we'll just do public. There we go. A little nicer now. And so I have, and again, this isn't all the kingdoms here, and I'm only giving some examples for what I have so far. And this is where I'm really interested to hear more from the players, the people that are looking for kingdoms to migrate to, on what other kind of information and data. This is just kind of my first draft, my template that I have right now. But if there's other important areas, and I'm also going to be asking, I think, the King's Guard about this too as well, as far as like what things do you find important, right, as a top alliance leader. But again, these are people that are probably going to be kings and queens for the most part of their kingdoms. But what are some areas of information you would like to publicize and put out there, with the understanding that it can't be too much, but again, these are some of what I think are the important areas, right? So I think you need to have a recruiter, whether that's one or two. You need to have their in-game name, just in case, again, people don't have Discord. They'll be able to contact them in-game. I think you also need to be able to have a Discord available. This is specifically for recruiters, so this may not always be a king or queen. This may be someone who's recruiting for your kingdom or for that alliance. I think you need to have a Discord link. Now, this is one of two things, because I've seen it done a couple ways. Well, I should say two ways, really. You either have a migration Discord, which is separate from your kingdom or your alliance Discord, and that's just where people come in as kind of a staging area to where you can vet people and then select them that you want to come into your kingdom. And then option two, which I just think is a lot easier in my opinion, is you just make a migration category or section, and people that are joining can just join your Discord, right? Because remember, if you're thinking about growing a community, you can have people join your kingdom or your alliance Discord, and there's a chance they may stay and interact and engage because they want to be there, right? Even regardless if they're selected for migration or not. So for me, I kind of opt a little bit more to the latter, because I just think, hey, if there's some chances for, that residual bleed over, if you will, to stay and hang out, right? That retention to be made for people to join, then why not? Then we get to SLE, right? So this is Strongest Lord. This is just examples of, and again, these would all be linked, right? So the Discord servers would all have a link here, right? So you give me a link, I'll put it here, people can come on here and they can access it. The next one here would be SLE. So SLE could be, this is Strongest Lord event, so like kill event, right? This is just how do you run it for your kingdom, right? So it's important that if you're recruiting people that are looking for a place to go, they should know what the expectation is for that kingdom, right? Do you want to go to a kingdom that is free-for-all based, right? Do you want to go to a kingdom that is fixed, meaning that they have their top 20, whatever number it may be, that they have set for that event, right? That place high enough to get those gold heads or those legendary sculptures. Do you want to go somewhere that's semi-fixed, right? So it's not, the full fixed, if you will. And then maybe you want to go somewhere that rotates. Maybe they rotate between fixed and free-for-all. Maybe they do a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1, or it's just every other. So again, those are important things. And then if they do it, right, what's their rotational fixed as well, right? So in this case, top 20. These are just examples. And then PD is power distribution. So what's their power distribution like? Is it balanced, meaning that's what they're going for? And if I go there, regardless if they're, again, not to say that they're going to all be within 0 power points of each other for the alliances, but are they a lot closer in power? And is that something that they proactively work on? Or is it more of what we typically see on the average or the standard, which is that most alliances and kingdoms are imbalanced, right, in their power? And that's not a knock on anyone, but I think it's also important that it's just good to be transparent in some of these areas. AAs is active alliances. So how many active alliances do you currently have? And maybe I could add something in here like on available alliances or available shells, right? So that could be something that I was just thinking about too as well. I don't know. So maybe I'll just add that in as an idea for now. So we'll do active alliances, and then we'll do available shells. And I'll do an S here, right? So maybe this one has 2, maybe this one has 1. Maybe this one has 3, maybe this one has 1 as an example. And available shells would just mean if you have other alliances that you can fill with active players, how many alliances do you currently have available as a shell? That's what an alliance is, that you can fill players into to build out another active alliance. Because that can also say how many people you're looking to potentially bring in. That could also mean if you have multiple alliances. So an example here on like for 368, again, these are newer kingdoms, so keep in mind this is just a template example. But this could mean, oh wow, so if I have a full alliance or two full alliances that are looking to move, this kingdom might be a little bit more opportune for me because I know they have multiple alliances available, or alliance shells. TD is territory distribution. So how does the territory distribution look on the map, right? Is it balanced distribution, or is it imbalanced distribution? And then recruiting, right? So who are you recruiting? What are you recruiting? Right, so we have, like, in this example, 35 mil plus. This example, any power is able to come. In this example, right, this might be more of kind of like a fighter-focused kingdom. Right, and maybe I'll do something where it's like kingdom type, and maybe it's like, we'll do all around or fighting or developmental or whatever. I'm not sure if that appeals to anyone. But again, just an example, right? So we have 50 mil plus power, right? First number would always be power. And then you also have to have 50 mil kills, right? 50 mil plus kills, right? And again, just an example of how you can do something like this. This one, any power. And then I have like an about us. I'm somewhat iffy on this because I just kind of feel like maybe it's better to have just stats and like hard facts, if you will, compared to alliances kind of writing a bio, so to speak, because it could also widen the lines. So I'm somewhat iffy about this. But again, would love to hear from you, right? What do you think should be in here? What do you like? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that this kind of ultimate migration recruitment spreadsheet is useful? Is this something you would love to have access to? You'd love to benefit from this? Again, I'll probably end up adding some things too as well. So probably some, I'm forgetting what they're called. Basically, the things where you can like filter out the options if you're just viewing this as a standard viewer. Again, you can always like do the Control F, I believe, but I have to add in the thing where you can like filter the options. Oh, I think it's just create filter, right? So I think I just have to do this, right click, we'll do create filter. Yeah, and then it should be something like, yeah, so see, there we go. So this way it'll make it easy, right? So you guys can come in here, you can click on the filter. Oh, sorry. For this, right? So like, let's say you want to find only kingdoms that are balanced, right? So bam, then it shows up, right? So this will be options that you guys will be able to do. And then we'll just do select all, we'll bring them all back. So again, hopefully you guys find this somewhat beneficial. I personally think this can be a fantastic and amazing resource that everyone can have because I'll do it for every kingdom and then I'll update it once a month or however often. Right, and obviously this is a big project, it's a big undertaking, but I also feel that it has amazing upside in order for people just to have a one-stop shop place that they can go to for all of their migration recruitment needs. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.